Alright guys, so after a very long journey, I think it was around like 7,000 stones or so, I was able to rainbow the golden FRIEZA slash Android 17 unit right here. This LR is going to be very, very good. I don't think they're going to quite be on the same level of effectiveness though as maybe the two main anniversary LRs. But I guess it's not really that surprising. I mean, even last year was the same thing, right? For the 5th anniversary, where I think the blue fusions were quite a bit better than Rose and Broly, Chile, and Limo, right? Once all things were settled and everything was said and done. Alright, so we got the Rainbow Star for LR Golden Frieza and Android 17. Let's go ahead and hop into some events and let's see how strong they are at the Rainbow Star level. Alright guys, so we're here in an event. I decided to jump onto Golden Frieza and 17's own team, right? So their leader skill is Universal Survival Saga 3 key and 150% of stats, as well as Join Forces 3 key and 150% of stats. So I'm going to be very curious to see. Currently, there is, I believe, 6 leaders for Universal Survival Saga. There's LR Jiren, LR Golden Frieza and 17, Tech Hit, STR Blue Falcon Goku, as well as STR Jiren are all Universal Survival Saga leaders. Currently on JP, Tech Jiren is the only one you can find, and you still have to sometimes reload once or twice to even find LR Tech Jiren. So I don't know, right? Like we'll see what's gonna happen. I mean, if 17 and Golden Frieza would be a fine leader for the team, I guess. I mean, they still have the golden, like, you know, they got legendary power, they got fierce battle, they got turnip power, so it'll be good there. They do have shocking speed as well, which Jiren also has anyway. I guess it would have been, like, Jiren, I think, is probably a little bit better of a unit than 17 and Golden Frieza, or probably a lot better, I don't know. And then he does have godly power with some of the other big god units, like UI Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta as well, which really helps. So I think Jiren is definitely a superior leader, but Frieza and 17 can work. It's just a shame, because, like, we have, like, a million Universal Survival Saga leaders, and, dude, it's not enough. Like, I know, what? No, we're good. No, dude, actually, like, if Blue Vegeta really should have been Universal Survival Saga, or UI Goku, one of them. Like, I think UI Goku as Universal Survival Saga, then Blue Vegeta could have been Reps Universe 7. That would have been a better choice than both of them as Reps Universe 7, unfortunately. Alright, so this friend right here, I believe, is 79%, but, you know, so that's full abilities. They got some good equips on there. They have good link levels, so this is a fairly powerful version of Golden Frieza and 17 right here. Again, as far as running them, 17 works great with, like, all tournament power LRs, basically. He's very powerful, right? God Topo, member, is huge to 17 and Golden Frieza's effectiveness, because Tough as Nails, which is that first link right there, at link level 10 is 20% defense and 5% damage reduction. Ultra super powerful. So, yeah, look at that. 155k defense turn 1, not even rainbowed, is pretty good. I mean, sure, you know, there's a lot of support on this rotation. We're getting Tough as Nails. I mean, as far as links go, you know, they have Tough as Nails, Brainiacs, solid support, shocking speed, turn up power, fierce battle, and legendary power. So we have everything active here except for Brainiacs and legendary power. Pretty good. Brainiacs, another important link for them. 15% attack and defense. Obviously, very, very good. Brainiacs is a really strong link. Like, links like that, after link level update, that are just like a significant chunk of attack and defense is good. So see, like, 2.78. Like, Jiren, you know, like here, let's recite the meme for everyone. Jiren does that turn 1, except add an extra 5 million damage onto that. Is that okay for me to say? I will say this. So every single time they attack, they get 7% damage reduction. So their defense after all those attacks would have been way better than I think what Jiren could do. Because Jiren would have way higher actual defense, but defense plus damage reduction is a lot better than just defense, right? I don't know. They're good, but they're not that good, I would say, right? Is probably my current assessment for this Golden Frieza and Android 17 unit right here. Oh, that's unfortunate. It didn't really break the way I wanted it to, but it's fine. At least we'll get the 12 key super attack animation in here. What is their defense? 128k. So remember that they start out 70% attack and defense. They have a great chance of launching 2 additional attacks, right? And then they get an additional 7% attack and defense and 1 key per attack performed. So it's one of these units, they're not really the greatest for Dokkan events. I mean, you know, we definitely, like, I would say, like, one difference with this unit, maybe, compared to, like, Gohan and Goten, is that Gohan and Goten probably have better dedicated support type units than Frieza and 17 on their teams. Do they? Because, like, the movie hero support Gohan, God Topo, it's really like, so remember that movie hero support Gohan that came out with Gohan and Goten? Like, that's what God Topo is for this Golden Frieza and 17. They really are very similar. It's just that Frieza and 17, their defense is going to be way better after they attack than Gohan and Goten. That's sort of, I think, the key difference right here. Okay, so again, we'll be able to activate almost everything right here, so this will be good. So, I mean, they don't really get any extra anything from, like, Ki or Rainbow Orbs or anything like that. That is good, because there's already so many of those units around, right? I do want to get them the full 24 Ki right here. 'Cause I wanted to get Blue Goku and Vegeta those Rainbow Orbs, but, like, I want to prioritize showing off Golden Frieza and 17 here. So, all right, let's continue to see the damage. Again, it's like Golden Frieza and 17 and Universe 7. Both of these LRs are so good. But it's like 17 is, and God Topo, like those two units are very heavily tied to 17 and Golden Frieza's power, I think. But I see like 3.48. I mean, I guess there's no attack support. We're not getting any support. We're getting defensive support right here, but not attacks. That's just their damage. And then they bust out the additionals. Crits are very important for them, so that these normal attacks right here will crit just like that. And then there's the Hidden Potential System additional. So now their damage is going to be pretty good next turn if we can get to it. Keep in mind that they do have that active skill as well. But that can only be done after they super attack 4 times, which is not exactly an easy condition to hit, right? Alright, so this is a solid rotation. 190k defense, huh? This is a solid rotation right here. We are going to have, whatchamacallit. I'm going to go ahead and just bump them up to 24 Ki if you guys don't mind. I'm just going to quickly pop a shoe item right here so we can see what they could do. So this is 24 Ki. We have everything active except legendary power. Defense at 190k. And again, please understand, God Topo giving, like, the 5% damage reduction on Tough as Nails is a really helpful thing when you also compare it with the damage reduction they're going to get on their attacks and then how high their defense is going to be getting above 200k plus. You know, it's one of these things where, like, if you're ever in a difficult event and your health is below 70%, and you can have God Topo or MVP 17 with, you know, Golden Frieza and 17 here, or even the LR Universe 7 unit, all these units are going to look so crazy. Like, at that point, like you know, once God Topo and MVP 17 get that little bit of extra damage reduction on top of them, they're very capable in even the God of Destruction event, and then you can really make shit happen. I mean, they're doing good damage. They're just not anything special, is what Golden Frieza and 17 are. And I know, like, people get so salty when I start talking. Like, one thing that is crazy is, like, I'll say, like, a unit's the best, they're so good, and people go, oh, here truth goes again. But then I give valid criticism for a unit, and they go, oh my god, you're a whale, you have no idea, you can't relate to the free-to-play player. It's like, well, listen, yeah, you got it, listen, I don't need the private server and all this stuff for these units. Like, I use these units, rainbowed, level 10 links, good equips, like, all the, like, every event, that's what I'm doing, that's what my box. My experience with Dokkan is these units maxed. When you come to me, you're coming to see the units maxed out. And Golden Frieza and 17 maxed out does not really compare favorably to the top tier of units in the game. Jiren, STR UI Goku, AGL UI Goku, Evolution Blue Vegeta, right? Boo Tanks, STR Vegito, all way better than Golden Frieza and 17, right? Alright, so now let's go ahead and take a look at them on reps of Universe 7. Again, for a long time, I was talking about how I was uncertain of how I felt about LR UI Goku having shocking speed instead of Over in a Flash, right? Because I talked about how, like, you know, everyone is going to want to run, like, the Blue Fusions and Physical Vegito Blue and shit like that, and, like, Over in a Flash would have been better. But, you know, I don't know, dude. Like, Shocking Speed works really good for Reps of Universe 7 and Universal Survival Saga. And, I mean, even for God Key, right? Realm of Gods. Like, you know, Beerus, Whis, Vados, LR Jiren, God Topo, Android 17, Golden Frieza, right? Then Reps of 17, LR Universe 7, LR Golden Frieza and 17 all have Shocking Speed. So, you know, UI Goku's just perfect in every way. Like, he's absolutely just perfect. All right, so here's turn 1, Golden Frieza and 17. Again, remember that they will rapidly build power as we're going through. With UI Goku, they do have 4 links. That's good. Legendary Power, Fierce Battle, Tournament Power, and Shocking Speed. You know, I'm going to actually... You know, this is a nasty rotation because you put UI Goku in slot 1, who's the god of the game. He's the best, like, slot 1 defensive unit in the game. Then you could have Frieza and 17 in slot 2, attacking, building their defense, building their damage reduction. I feel like that's the best way to probably use them. UI Goku slot 1, then you have 17 in slot 2. Like, that's probably what you want to do. Like, honestly, like, because, again, UI Goku will be able to completely cover any weakness, right? Like at the front of the event. And then you can sort of have... I like that. I do. I'm going to go ahead and just transform into Golden Frieza, whatever. I actually really like that. I do. Because their defense is going to be good, but then any damage reduction, like once you start getting like past like 150k defense, it doesn't matter how small the damage reduction is, it's going to be very impactful. So I do like this. I think like when I just thought of that, like that combo, because again, Shocking Speed, Tournament Power, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power, you have all the good shit active. I mean, yeah, their last 3 links are still good, right? Solid Support, 15% attack. Brainiac's 15% attack and defense. Tough as Nails giving 20% defense and 5% damage reduction. Oh, yeah. But Golden Frieza and 17 working with LRUI would work really well. I mean, I guess then again, so would the LR Universe 7. It's just that LRUI Goku is just like the best unit ever. Like, so like he, you know, rocking him in slot 1 and then these 2 units who are going to be amazing slot 2 units, I think is going to work out really well. Yeah, because look, because then he's, again, Shocking Speed, Turn Power, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power, same thing. It's like all these units are going to share all these links together. This is going to work out really, really well. My only problem here, I'm not exactly thrilled with the idea of rocking UI Goku in slot 1 right there. So we're going to lose, what, solid support? I mean, that would be extra damage, but I'd much rather Golden Frieza and 17 get these attacks in, right? So we could see the level of damage and stuff that they're doing. I think that's going to be much more important. We'll go ahead and do that. We are going to be just shy of 18 key. I guess that's not really too surprising. We are going to have turns where we're shy of key for them if we're not filled up with support before they fully build up, right? Like, it's exactly... Dude. It's exactly like Gohan. Like they're a better version of Gohan and Goten, right? Because, like, Gohan and Goten with no support on turn 3, you're not likely to get them to, like, 17 key the way we just did with Frieza and 17, right? So, like, if I just think of them as, like, sort of an updated version of Gohan and Goten, that's on teams that Gohan and Goten are not on, by the way, right? Universal Survival Saga, Reps of Universe 7, Joint Forces Battle of Wits. Like, there's no variant of any of those teams that can even get Gohan and Goten on them. So, like, I guess that is a certain way to think about it, I suppose, right? Like, we're just adding this unit to these other category teams like that, right? So, I mean, let me know what you guys think of our boy 17 and Golden Frieza. Again, they're very good. I do think they didn't really need to be as balanced. I think at the bare minimum, like if we would change even one thing, how about their leader skill have been 3 key and then 170% across the board of stats? I think that might have been a little bit better right there. Okay, so this is a good turn. Here we're going to be able to get, like, almost everything for them. Yeah, so everything except for, again, Tough as Nails, which we're basically only ever going to see with God Topo. And then Solid Support are the 2 links we don't have active right there. What are they looking at in terms of 168k? Yeah, dude. It's like, pretend we're in the God event right now, right? Their defense is going to be maybe 190k after they stop attacking, 180k. But then they're going to have all that damage reduction as well. Yeah. This setup, UI Goku slot 1, 17 and Golden Frieza slot 2 is going to be very powerful for any difficult event. Like Legendary Goku event, any Super Battle Road stages. If you can get those 2 units together, I think that's going to work very, very effectively. I really do. I think that's going to be a nice setup right there. I actually want to. I'm gonna go ahead and use a shoe item real fast. I just want to get them to full 24 key for this turn. Then after this, again, I do want to show off their active skill. They have an active skill just like LR Universe 7 that's going to be very difficult to get. Survival strategy of Universe 7 is what 17 and Golden Frieza have. And you're able to do that after they perform 4 super attacks. So, you know, the earliest you could possibly do it is turn 5 or turn 6, right? Because they need to double super twice. And that's not going to happen too often. So, you know, this is likely to be a 4th rotation that you get them type ability. But giving themselves 7 key, 77% active skill defense, and then guaranteed crits for the turn is going to be very effective. Only 1 normal right there. Yeah. And even like, you know, the chances of you... So they have a 70% chance of launching an additional, and they can do that 2 times. So at their best, they'll super, additional twice, and then they could super, right? I guess the good news is that unlike Gohan and Goten, Frieza and 17 can get 2 of those. But, I mean, because they both have separate procs, your chances of getting none are going to be very, very, very low, right? Okay, I mean, I'm definitely liking what I'm seeing from them. I think they're like another good unit to have in. Definitely not something to summon if you're like a free-to-play player, but I think they are a fairly powerful unit. And again, when it comes to this unit, they're going to be a lot more effective, I'm thinking, in difficult content. But I don't know, maybe, you know, that's probably what people would rather they get, like, new units and stuff like that for, right, is the difficult content. So let me know what you guys think. Let's go ahead and go into an event. Let's fully build up 17 and Golden Frieza, probably on, like, the Battle of Wit / Buu Saga team, and see what they're able to do at that point, right? All right, so we got a really good opening rotation, I guess, in terms of support and stuff like that. So... we have, what, Shocking Speed and Fierce Battle active. We have Shocking Speed from Demon Goddess Toa. We got Fierce Battle from Physical Kid Buu. I mean, sure, let's see what level of effectiveness our boys can get on this turn right here. We're going to be able to get a lot of physical type keys. Again, this is turn 145k is I mean, that's solid. And again, if you're rocking them in slot 2, they're then going to get all that damage reduction. It's like they can look good, but again, they're just not in the top tier of LRs. Like, you just have to understand that. Because they're like, oh, they're actually really good. Truth, you're an idiot. Sure, but they're not. Doesn't matter what you say. They're definitely not LR Jiren or those types of units. I mean, that's fine, but during Anniversary... Oh, wow, okay. During Anniversary, I definitely would prefer, like... I would have preferred that the top 4 units in the game right now be the 4 summonable LRs from the 6th Anniversary. I mean, maybe that's just me, right? But I probably would say that, right? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and I guess we'll skip around during this run right here. Again, we do need to get 10 attacks with 17 and Golden Frieza to completely build up their passive. We've only done 1 attack at this point, right? And remember, they need to do 7 attacks to get their full key, 10 attacks to get their full attack and defensive buff. And then with every attack they're doing in that turn, they're building up their damage reduction as well. So they're a good unit. They're really good. I mean, one thing I will say with them is that they are, like, you want crits and additionals for them because you absolutely really want to get that additional hidden potential system additional super with them. But it's also uber important that you're getting crits with them as well, especially with the additional normals and stuff like that. Crits are ultra highly important. So I might just do like this turn right here, and then we'll skip way ahead because again, we're sort of seeing like through a lot of these events, like the numbers Golden Frieza and 17 are putting up, you know, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million at the most. But like, you know, once you add in all their additionals, like they are getting a lot of damage in there. But it's just, again, it's not anything like groundbreaking or special. One thing I should mention, they do lower attack on their 18 key right there. That will be, as long as you can get the 18 key in Super Battle Road, that is a great ability they gave them just to help for Super Battle Road. You know, they will be a really good Super Battle Road unit if I'm really thinking about it, because again, you put UI Goku slot 1, who covers every weakness of every unit ever, and then you have this unit in slot 2. They're lowering attack, they have good defense, they're linking up great with UI Goku, and then they're building up damage reduction and defense as they attack. Yeah, this is a good unit. Like, they're definitely solid. There's no doubt about that. They're a very solid unit. All right, so we're super deep in the event. I think we have all of our passive active for Golden Frieza and 17. Even if it's not all the way, we could still see some good stuff. So here we are. We do have the 50% support Super Boo. Remember that Frieza and 17 are Extreme Physical. Extreme Physical really did not need another summonable LR, by the way. It's insanity. Like, they've gotten so much recently, including, like, the recent Prime Battle LR as well. It's just so nuts. Watch their defense absolutely just skyrocket to the moon right here. Keep in mind, they're going to give themselves a lot of ki. They get guaranteed crits for this entire turn, and they get a monstrous defensive buff. Remember, in order to do this, you have to perform 4 super attacks. I'll be honest, I think one easy way they could have made this... Here's how I think I might actually have changed this unit. Upon using them a bunch, I do like the way they are. I think if they made their Universal Survival Saga leader skill 170% across the board, and then also made the active skill after performing 2 super attacks, so you could potentially get it on their second rotation, I think that would make this unit so interesting. I mean, we're basically at 400... We are basically at 400k defense right there. I think that's pretty good. I'm just saying. All right, let's go and see how much damage he'll do. With the STR Vegito unit, you know, they have Shocking Speed, they have Fierce Battle, and they have Legendary Power. So let's see what stats we'll get right here. When I get them the full level 10 links, we'll probably try a variety of setups when they're fully built up and see what they're really capable of doing. So here they get, I mean, that's basically 6 million. That is with 50% support from Super Boo, but that's still pretty good. Like, they're putting up a very good amount of damage considering they'll be virtually untouchable after they get these attacks off. And they're getting damage reduction on top of having, like, 400k defense. Like, that's insanity. So, this LR Golden Frieza N17 unit is definitely very, very good. Let me know what you guys think of them, right? Like, again, I probably would say they're, like, top 20 unit in the game. Like, I would have to really go through. Maybe I'll do an LR tier list after the anniversary has done releasing all the characters and stuff like that, and put like all the LRs I think in order going all the way to 17 and Frieza. I would imagine they're top 20, but I don't know that I would put them top 10. Like, I probably would put the Blue Fusions above 17 and Golden Frieza, for example. But, I mean, I do want to use them more, use them in difficult content. I haven't used them in, like, the God of Destruction event yet. Obviously, that's going to be super important to seeing, like, how powerful they are. They're definitely a good unit. Dokkan, I think, is doing good with the designs. Again, I would change some minor aspects of this character, make the active skill easier to do, make the leader skill a little bit better. I think I'm okay with what they do for their super attack effects as well as their passive. But I think if this active skill was something you could use very often, like, you know, because it's only one turn, right? I think that would have helped them out a little bit. So let me know what you guys think of Golden Frieza and 17. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.